to do a little update about Rudy Farias. Let y'all see me. Hey, y'all bear with me. My camera is 720, and I'm used to doing it in 1080. So when I have my other phone, I did my phone, you can see 1080, and then or my other setup I had, my other apartment. But I want to get a new camera so I can get the 1080. If not, I gotta pay extra for StreamYard to do it in 1080. It's gonna come out better. So yeah. How are y'all doing? Is that a little bit better? I don't know. Hey, so I wanted to come on today. Because I do some offline things. And it's on the board right here. I need to figure out how to get him on camera. Hey, boy. Yes, y'all favorite dog. It looks like it's gonna Hurricane Burrow's supposed to be on the way here, and right now I went outside. It's really, really like it's gonna rain. And happy 4th of July, by the way, everybody. Happy birthday, United States. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, USA. Okay, so it looks like it might rain, and then I'm already hearing, because I took the boy out for his walk, that one of the neighbors is already cooking. I smell them cooking the barbecue, so I'm trying to figure out, do you think maybe if I cook, because I have some Velveeta mac and cheese, do you think if I could cook some Velveeta mac and cheese and I take it over there, I can get some barbecue in exchange? I don't know. So let's just go buy it. I don't know. I texted my friend last night. I was like, what's our plans for today? He didn't text me back. It's weird. She said I don't call her, but I don't pick up when she calls. When I text her, she don't answer. So I'm just like, yeah. So but I wanted to come on here because I wanted to talk about what has been happening in regards to Jaguar and her new man within the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Because, like it says right here, right there, Jaguar Wright is Miss Pearly from Friday at the Next. Her man is Damon. And even last night when I was in the official King Payne's chat, and I was also went to Danny Robertson's chat. Y'all need to check them out. It like really solidified for me. And I've also seen some clips from them in other people's chat, and I'm just noticing the same thing, how they are coming across. Even when they come online on Instagram and they're on there together, or they're on a panel, or they're in a chat, that's how they're coming across to me. Because Miss Pearly wants the rent money. Okay. And Damon is over here acting like her enforcer and being a bully, to get it back for her. And that's what I feel like. And then plus, there was that one day she came online and she had on like a leopard print outfit, and there's a red thing here, and she had her hair up. And I was like, why is she looking like Miss Pearly from Friday After Next? And I was like, and then he came on talking crazy to somebody about what he was going to do. And then it had to do with stupid GTV and him wanting his money back. And then also, Jag likes men or Auntie to defend her against the bloggers. But then Jag watches us all damn day, comes into our chat to troll, and then makes a live about us talking about her. But like, ma'am, you want us to talk about you. Now they both talking about, we sending out cease and desist. Excuse me, there are two types of cease and desist. Cease and desist letters and cease and desist orders. Cease and desist letters are things that an injured person who feels like if someone has injured them in some type of way, whether it's physical, mental, financial, emotional, they send you a cease and desist letter saying, hey, you have done these things, and if you continue to do so, then I'm going to sue you. Usually it serves as a warning. Okay. A cease and desist order is issued by a judge. A person or has to petition, a business or a person has to petition or make a motion to a judge to get a cease and desist order to be sent to someone else that you think has injured you. You have to put forth an argument. That's what I believe Kevin Hart was trying to get the judge to do for him in regards to Tasha K. When she, Tasha K, when she interviewed his former assistant who had an NDA. He wanted the thing against her. Was it a restraining order or a cease and desist? It might have been, was it? Well, it was an order from a judge. Let's put it like that. Either in any case, you got to ask the judge, say, hey, this is my motion. Can you please approve it and then send it out so that they can stop doing what they're doing? Okay. So, for example, Umar Johnson has a cease and desist order from I believe it's the state board. I think it's from the state of Pennsylvania, because someone made it aware to them that he was collecting donations for his school, which is like technically it is in Delaware, which Delaware is like right next door to Pennsylvania. And so, but he was like getting the collections in Philadelphia at this PO box. And so they're like, hey, you're collecting for this school and it's not up and running and it's in a totally different state. You can't do this. You need to stop doing that. And so that's a cease and desist order. And if he doesn't comply, he will go to either get fined or go to jail. So that's why he's been telling people now to send the donations, either Cash App, or when he's in Delaware, he'll do the donations there or some other state. But when he's in Philly, he really doesn't do collecting donations and stuff. So I'm saying cease and desist order carries more weight. Cease and desist letters or a warning. So now all of a sudden, he's talking like a thug and she's talking about, babe. And I'm just like, you coming over here, and he's basically, to me, he's the male Jaguar. He's a male Jaguar. If you checked out Jay Robertson's video from last week about fake Odell Beckham, O'Dusty, O'Dummy, Villalobos. By the way, it means Wolf Village. Wolf Village. She got a wolf pussy. and he's a Wolf Village. That's his real name, Villalobos? Villalobos. Okay. And I'm just like, we don't know you. We know Jag. We've been knowing her. We've been seeing, she's been doing the same MO, the same stuff you're doing with her. We've seen it before with other people. But the thing is, what we notice is that he's all on board for it. He's repeating her stories. He's co-signing what she's doing. She's talking crazy about content creators. He's talking crazy about content creators. Hell, he coming in the chat, coming on a panel, doing everything. And I'm just like, the other day he came on Special Keep Paid. And I'm like, dude, are you coming out there smoking? Even when she got in jail at the time, he was over there thugging it. I'm like, what you doing? How old are you? And then when Daddy started talking about, hold on, y'all. Let's see, something's going on. Hey, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Hey, can y'all hear me? I had to give y'all a little something that it's a long story. I was on earlier, but I played the clip from Friday After Next, and YouTube was like, that's a third party. So your video's gone. So I had to start all over. This is like my third time. started over because the first time I came on, I was on private and I was like talking and y'all couldn't hear me. And I came on again and then got the video taken down. So I was like, let me get the little part I did do. Let me put it up here and then I come back on here. So how y'all doing today on this 4th of July? I hope y'all doing. How does the hey y'all. I had to come on here and talk about Miss Pearly and Damon. In case you don't know who I'm talking about, that's what my title said. Jaguar Wright is Miss Pearly and her man Villalobos Odell Beckham, Odell Beckham, AO2K on Instagram. He's also going by Set in the West in the chat. If you ever see Set in the West in the chat, that is him also, because that's actually the name of his documentary. So he's really clout chasing. He wants people to go look at it. Because he came in, the first campaign show yesterday is that. And I was like, wait a minute. I saw Set in the West. I said, wait a minute. I know that's his documentary. And then Jag gonna come in as the real Jag, or her little symbol was Philadelphia. And I'm just like, and they came in trolling. And then they both went on the panel. She was jagging out and he was, I don't know what the hell he's acting like Damon. And it was killing me because OKP was calling him delicious. So what you want, delicious? And then fake Odell Beckham kept calling him by Fisher King's Pain real name. And I was like, oh, you're doing Jag's thing, because Jag likes people she falls out with. She calls them by their real name. So I guess we should all be calling you Jacqueline or Jackie, which I noticed that Goomba was on the panel. He kept calling her Jackie. She hates to be called Jackie, y'all. She hates to be, but her family calls her Jackie. Right? But she swears that was a fake funeral. Your mama did not have a fake funeral. Your son spoke there. Y'all, do y'all know she's repeating the same script, different cast? She's calling the VA on Goomba again. Her and fake Odell been following them to, I think, Income and Opinion, Night and Day, and last name was OKP. I think I missed it. I may have fell asleep or came in late. They went in Danny Robinson's chat too. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Then they want to say they gonna send cease and desist letters to people, but you trolling us for telling the truth about you. Like, that's what I'm saying. They're giving me Miss Pearly. I'm gonna show y'all again. Miss Pearly and Damon Energy. And then they keep talking about, oh, we got this video recording of Jag getting arrested. We want $2,500 for it. They are upset. And Danny Robinson said it because that grandparent Crime Stoppers, the reward said up to $2,500. And a lot of people thought Kulu had got the money, but then the other people who were calling, so they still have to vote. I guess whatever the board is has to vote on who's actually going to get it. Because she was up there jagging out, threatening content creators to come down there. She was going to fuck us up. Well, somebody called the police on her and they went to call her up. And so, but she's like, oh, y'all are, what did she say? Y'all auctioning off my life for $2,500. So I guess now she figures like, oh, I got the copy of the arrest video. I can sell it for $2,500. So for them, they're like, they say, oh, everyone can send $1. And then when they get the total amount, then we'll put it out. Or, but around they said they got $1,250. So that's how I feel. I feel like the Jaguar Wright sector, the content creators, we ain't giving it to her. They want, other people in the Jaguar Wright sector. I guess mine's are probably going to be. They want chatters or whatever to help her get this $2,500. I feel like you asking us for rent money, ma'am, and you threatening us that you're gonna send Damon out to get it from us. That's what I feel like. Y'all doing some thug shit. And y'all ain't no real thug. I don't think y'all can know how to fight. Y'all need to stop. And Jack came on that time with that leopard print outfit. And I said, wait a minute. Why she just like Miss Pearly from Friday After Next? So I'm just, yeah. And then Damon is going by their house. I'm like, hey, come here. You been ducking and dodging my mom. That's why I feel like he's been going on the panel, going on the chat. Hey, y'all been ducking and dodging. Y'all been talking about Jag. Y'all been slandering. We gonna give y'all cease and desist. We're just like, dude, you are just a new cast member. You a new co-star. Jag gets a new co-star every 90 days. Okay. As soon as Goomba left, she had some, guest stars, the Johnny Popcorns, and then she got TJ. Then after she got TJ, I think she got Day Day for a while. Then Day Day was like, I'm not gonna do it. Then Jonathan P. Corn shut up for a while. Then she got herself after TJ, she got Sip. And then after Sip, it was a couple more Johnny Popcorns, and then now she got Wolf Village. That's what Villa Lobos mean. Fake Odell Beckham. That's what I call it. Which, by the way, if you look at Danny Robertson's video where she goes over his divorce, this is the thing. Everything. Who is? Hey, y'all. What is going on? Okay. I am. Okay, because I keep getting the alerts and stuff. And so, let me see if I can turn this on. So I got a new phone, y'all. I'm still trying to get used to it. Okay, so I'm like, his background, it's the same thing as Jag. Jag is about to be twice divorced. He is about to be twice divorced. Okay. Jag has had problems with custody issues with her son. He has custody issues with his soon-to-be ex-wife. Okay. Jag has, a criminal past. He's been in there, he has a criminal past. Okay. Jag is a gaslighter. He's a gaslighter. Okay. He stalks. Jag stalks. They both look like they like to do hood rat shit and do hood rat things. If you listen to him, a lot of stuff that he says is stuff Jag has said. And he says it unapologetically. He comes off as Damon, like he's bullying. He's trying to bully the rest of us for Jaguar. And that's the thing is always wants someone to defend her. She never, for some reason, can be by herself. And she keeps, after Goombas, it's like she always gets a new, TJ was supposed to be her fiance. Sip was supposed to be her, I guess, her new fiance. Oh, she thinks she might be pregnant for him. Now what is she calling Fake Odell Beckham? Oh, she says, I'm not a mistress. But then she wants to call him honey. And she called him her fiance. Did she say he was her fiance last night? Hey, Melanie Jones said so. Exactly. I ain't giving it. They both look homeless. Exactly. He according to his, he allegedly left his house because he was having issues with his wife. She was, I guess, always arguing. But in the paperwork, she called Jag his mistress. But then Jag was like, I'm not a mistress. Well, what do you think you are? Because you was calling Nikki that last year when Goomba went to live with her. You're like, I'm still the wife. She's the, okay. Now she's trying to say, no, she's not a mistress because he filed for divorce. Guess what? You're both still married to other people and with each other. Okay? So just because you're not in the same building, the same vicinity, doesn't mean you're not still married. It got to be finalized. And I swear both of them, it's like, did he not graduate high school either? Because he don't know what a public document is, and she don't know what a finalized divorce is. And the thing is, you can both go online and look this shit up and read it for yourself. But you want to send cease and desist out like they're going to do something. If it's not a cease and desist order, all you got is a letter, sir. All you got is a warning. And what judge is going to give y'all a cease and desist order after everybody over here who don't like you? All you got to do is call that, whatever judge that is, you're going to put it in a motion for a cease and desist order against content creators using public documents. Why don't y'all come online and do something that we wouldn't expect y'all to do? Like, help Jag get a job. Help her get an apartment. Buy her some real clothes. You know? Help her get her GED. You know, something like, oh, wow, they're making, hey, Miss Twinkle. Hey, Blue Rain, 1920. Like, help her do something that's specific. You're supposed to be her man, right? Then because right now I just feel like he's just performing. He's like Terry Crews when he moves his pecs. That's what he do. I ain't doing this moving his pecs. That's like, for sure. And then he want to call, and what guilt against me, Jag is still weaponizing sexual assault. She's weaponizing mental illness. Because now she's saying Lachelle is SA. Now she's saying Lachelle is I think she says Michelle is schizophrenic. I'm like, how? She said Goomba's mama was schizophrenic. She said Sam Senior mama was schizophrenic. She said did she say her own mama was schizophrenic? How is everybody else schizophrenic? And then Goomba said it again last night. He said, ain't nobody around here schizophrenic, but you got bipolar. What did he say? You got bipolar 2 or bipolar tendencies with what he said? Bipolar with schizoaffective tendencies. He said, that's your diagnosis. I'm like, that's the second time he has said that. And guess what? He has never said anything different. That's why I'm like, he knows that's her diagnosis. That's her diagnosis. Plus, with narcissism, see, the thing is, I feel like you have things called co-occurring diagnosis. So her mental illness is, she's, like I said, bipolar, but schizoaffective, whatever, tendencies. There's a chemical imbalance. Okay, she needs right medication. She also needs therapy. Okay. But she's also a narcissist, and that is a personality disorder. You can't cure that. You got to go to therapy by yourself and actually work on yourself. Because if you go with someone else, you're just going to manipulate the therapist to take your side against them. That's why if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you should not go to therapy with them. They're going to make it, they're going to turn around you. They need to go to therapy by themselves. And you probably need to go to therapy by yourself because you're dealing with a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? So she has a personality disorder and she's got this mental illness. And they're like, so sometimes they work like this together, and then sometimes they work like this. So Jag, as a narcissist, can find people to manipulate for her own benefit. But because she's a bipolar, schizoaffective tendencies, she's unpredictable. She's consistently inconsistent. And then you like, everyone else, so other people on the internet think like, oh, she's just being dramatic. Oh, she's just being funny. She's doing it. And it's like, no, y'all, she's bipolar with schizophrenic tendencies. Like, this is a made up stories. This stuff is not true. but people think it's entertainment, so they don't take it seriously until you meet her, interact with her, and then you figure out like, oh, this person that this is not there. This is, I can't do that, and then you leave, right? And then she starts, as a narcissist, she starts to smear campaigns. So that's why, if you notice, she's always saying like, oh, she's an SA advocate and she is part of the LGBTQ community. But what's her go-tos? And Danny said last night in the chat, a lot of people said it last night in Danny's chat, hey, Stephanie Collins, glad to see you. And she says, Jag was automatically talking about someone was being mentally, who had a schizophrenic diagnosis and who was sexually abused. And then she started getting very specific. And it was just like, I thought you were an advocate. You supposed to have saved people from Epstein Island. When did you go to Epstein Island? And that's what I'm trying to say. Some people on here, they don't care. They're like, they already don't distrust the industry. And then Jag is someone who was there temporarily saying these things and think it's valid, but nobody has seen a real receipt, you know? And so, or they just don't care, or they're just doing it for clickbait. And so it's just like, and that's why people like me and other content creators in this sector were like, hey, when her video goes up saying all this stuff, we need our videos in it too, because we're saying like, hey, y'all are looking at this thinking it's the truth. And we're like, no, this lady is a narcissist and she has bipolar tendencies. She's bipolar with schizoaffective tendencies. She's not on her medication. She's a homosexual right now. She is not an advocate. She triggers people. Her go-to is for smear campaigns, that person, if it's a man, they harmed her physically or sexually. If they're a woman, she says that they're transgender or that they sexually abuse their children. She did that with Nikki. She did that with Shayna. She did that with a couple of other people, right? But she's supposed to be the L in the LGBTQ. Or when it's a gay man, like, okay, P or something, she wants to call them the F. She wants to drop the F word. And I'm like, ma'am, I thought if you're part of the community and you're advocating part of the community, why are you using those homophobic, transphobic, and slurs as a weapon against them? Like saying, you know, because she's using it as an insult. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, and I'm just like, why, you know, and it's just like, what are you doing? And then now and then also she says your real name, she's doxing you, saying your real name like it's a bad thing. And that's why I love when LKP calls her Jackie. I love it when he says it, Jackie. And last night, go kept calling Jackie. Stop lying, Jackie. Jackie. I'm like, yo, I think we should call her Jacqueline Suzanne Wright from now on. Come on, man. And you always copying everybody. No, but you have to understand something. He is using Jaguar's narcissism against her for his own benefit. I totally understand what he's doing. It's the same thing why seandavieway, when Jag actually calls him, he answers the phone, but he records her. And then we go to coffee and we hear everything. Like, oh, but he doesn't call her. I think one time he did call her, but that's because she was in jail. We were all wanting to do. Okay. But Kai and Kayla, there's different ways to be content creators. You can be a content creator without having Jaguar on there. But since Jaguar wants to come by, this is the thing. If Jaguar wants to keep calling your name and keep coming by your chat and keep sending people, and she wants to be the content, then hey, make her the content and get paid too. Why not? I had Jag. I thought Jag didn't even watch me, and occasionally she has come in the chat. I've let her stay there, and it was like, why she got? I mean, hey, y'all can talk to her anytime way y'all want to. Why she now she said something that I normally don't allow in the chat. When she starts dropping the F bomb and triggering people, then I usually just time her out for 24 hours, or her mods. Like, y'all can try tomorrow. Y'all can try again. Yeah, but this is the thing. She talks bad about him, but he's laughing at her the whole time. And I'm thinking, like, how is she not understanding that he's making fun of her? How are you not understanding we're all making fun of you right now? But she's such a narcissist. She wants any attention because she's the center. Remember, she's the center. Remember, her personality disorder and her mental health diagnosis, sometimes they're working together. Sometimes they're working this way. A narcissist who wants to be the center of attention, she's going to be still here talking to you. A person with a bipolar, with schizoaffective tendencies, okay, if they were on their medicine and went to therapy, knew that they should not still be on a panel talking. But because you are a narcissist and you want to be the center of attention, and plus you're also broke and you need content for your own channel to go back and talk about, yeah, she's gonna bring her ass over there. She's gonna bring her ass over there. Yeah, I have mental issues too. I have major depressive disorder, but unlike Jag, I take my medicine and I go to. I went to therapy yesterday. Telehealth. A week ago, I went and saw yesterday was my therapist when I do talk therapy with, and like I get like a lot of stuff. I come on here, I say, she for me, because I'm a teacher, and also because I was a nerd growing up. She has to give me homework to work on. And I have tasks and things I need to do to improve myself so that I can be better, and it's been working. But I also go to my psychiatrist and tell them what's going on, and she has to adjust my medicine sometimes. Like, I've gone down in bupropion, but I've gone up in bupropion. I went down. I went up. I was at 100 milligrams for sertraline. My aunt died. Then I was issues with my brother. I had to go to 150. Okay. This past year, still dealing with. I'm mental illness, and I'm also dealing with grief, unresolved grief that I'm still doing. And then the whole move and everything. Then trying to make sure I get to work on time, get to work there. My psychiatrist, like, I think, she said, because she was my new psychiatrist. The other one went into helping Alzheimer and dementia patients. So I have a new therapist, new psychiatrist. She's actually a nurse practitioner, and Nurse Dio. That's her nickname. And so she was like, I've been waiting, but I think I want to increase your sertraline or my Zoloft. She said, because of your crying spells, because I was having crying spells. I don't know if y'all remember, there was a couple of times I came on and I was like, hey, y'all, is there something funny or anything that I can listen to or something I can watch? Or I say, hey, y'all, because I put a post like, hey, can y'all keep, prayer words? Can y'all pray for me? Because I was really like in a state of depression. And so, because I would actually do stuff. And then, and I think I told y'all my sister passed away this past year. So that was like that was grief again, and then reminded me of previous grief. So she was like, I think you need to increase to 200. So she increased me to 200. I think was the last week in May. It was the first week in June because I went to there. And but I think I saw her either April or the beginning of May. That's when she increased it, and I noticed the difference. I was having less crying spells. I was still doing the strategies with the Dr. Bell, Dr. Bell was teaching me to do. But I was having, because basically the bupropion or Wellbutrin is an upper. It gets me up. So if you ever see me, I come on and I'm like talking. That's the bupropion work. I went from 100, now I'm at 450. And that one actually helps me get up in the morning and go to work. Because there were days the depression was so bad, I wasn't getting up. I wasn't going to work. I actually did a lot better this past year. Still working on getting more on there on time. But it has actually helped me with the crying spells. And then my therapist is helping me with, doing offline activities and also interacting with my family and friends offline. Because it seems for the most part I have an active online presence, but I need to have physical interaction with people offline, because that is also affecting my depression. Because like I told you, all of my mother and all of her siblings are deceased except my uncle. And right now my uncle, I just found out, and I'm still trying to, y'all to pray for me on this one, go visit him in the hospital. He's in a coma. And so I'm trying to be there supportive from my cousin, but this is her dad. And so, and then the thing is, me and him really don't have a relationship, because the last time, I think, literally talking to him, I was like 6 or 7. And he's my mother and my aunt's baby brother. He's the baby of the family. So, but he lives in another city. And so I guess him and my aunt, they just never reconnected. And then they reconnected when my other aunt passed away. She had cancer. And it was like, when he met me, he said, "Oh, are you Vala's daughter?" And I was like, I said, "No, I'm Bertha's daughter." And I was just like, and mind you, how was it the time? 42. So 36 years you haven't seen me. But I would think you knew that your older sister only had 2 kids. And you knew who they were. But you thinking I'm her, and which there have been other people who thought my aunt was my mother, because we, in the same family, we look like. But I was thinking, like, really, your uncle? He's not really. We like talked briefly, but we didn't like really talk. And then like another time I saw him, it was her. Well, she had a Thanksgiving breakfast thing at Aunt Rosalie's house, and then the next time it was her funeral. And I think after that, I even called him and invited him to my aunt's 80th birthday party. He never responded, and I was like, okay, I'm making an effort. I think for his birthday, I may have texted him, and then I was like, and I think I texted my cousin, and I was like, hey, is everything going okay with, my Uncle Lewis and everything? She was like, yeah, he's okay. He just doesn't like Houston. He thinks it's too big. And I was just like, I just left it alone. So I was just like, so I try to make an effort to keep in touch with the cousins. So like all me and my mom's brothers and sisters, like my generation, I try to make sure that we are in contact with each other. So yeah, and then she told me about Uncle Lou. So I've been praying for him. I've been contacting her. Hey, Cheryl Arlie. Hey, yeah. Yeah, I actually, mine is on my phone. Actually, one time there was a couple of times where I was getting really triggered. Like when you say I have an accountability partner, that's someone I can call and say, hey, can you listen to me? And just because I need to be listened to, or can you just talk me off this cliff that so I don't do something crazy? And so a couple of times I was like trying to call people. And Kayla, I should have called you. And because I called my best friend and I called someone else, and I was like, who else can I call? So I don't go online and say something crazy. Because that day I was like, let me call Dr. B. Call Dr. B. And she's like, oh, I can talk. And she's like, if she knew it was an emergency, okay, I got 10, 15 minutes for you. We can talk. And I told her what was going on. And then she was like, okay. And then she was like, and she kind of talked me down. And then she made sure, okay, so our next appointment, full appointment, an hour is this. So, yeah. Hey, Dominique. I had to run away from my dog. She thinks I'm a child. Yeah, there's a psychologist who feels that we have there's a couple of psychologists or sociologists. That because we are, I guess, marginal minority group, historically speaking, how we've been treating this country, that we have PTSD. And I think that children, I even took a mental health awareness, and they're like saying some of the kids who we say at risk, that they're actually experiencing PTSD, and that we need to be looking for the signs and being there. I think it's what I do is I have a certificate in mental health awareness. So you know how you do mental first, no, I think it's mental first aid, mental health first aid. So you know how you take a first aid class and they're like, hey, this is how you, in case of an emergency, you move the person, you make sure nothing's blocking them, you call 911, you call them, like you don't do it yourself. You just make sure you're there to assist them, that they're safe until a professional gets there. So that's when I got the mental health first aid, that's basically what I do. And so one of the things they talked about was like, hey, you need to be able to ask some questions and then assess if you need to call a professional. So I had to say, talk to the person like, hey, how are you doing? What how do you feel like? And then sometimes you have to say, do you feel like hurting yourself or hurting other people? Do you want me to call someone? And they may say no, but then if you notice that, oh, I do need to call someone, and then you need to call someone. Don't try to handle it yourself like that. But it's like if you see something, say something. So, but one of the things they taught us, and then I had it again as a teacher, and they were saying, and I got triggered when I was there because they were saying like, oh, if your kid is in a single parent household, if you're their oldest child, they have to get brothers and sisters up, or in the neighborhood that they listen to. Some students are physically abused. Some of them are financially abused. Some of them are sexually abused. Some of them are bullied at school. Some of them are bullied on the bus. Some of them are neglected. Their parents are not there. Some of them, their parents are deceased. Some of them, their parents are, some of them have parents that are tiger parents and have them a whole lot of pressure. What can you do to help them? Because most likely they have a form of PTSD. They might be not diagnosed, but you can see that there's some stressors on in their life. And so they're saying like some of our kids have PTSD and they need it needs to be addressed. Now, there are also some other, I guess, some more Afrocentric psychologists and sociologists who feel like, hey, Black people in general never got therapy after slavery ended. We didn't have like, okay, let's go through group therapy sessions. We didn't have that. Like, we didn't have like, okay, we free now. How we deal with all this past trauma and not pass it down to new people. Like, we never had that collectively. And then now what is happening is it is seen as, for some Black people, oh, Black people don't go to therapy, we just go to church. Well, then guess what? There are people in church, like, they're like, for me, hey, we're still depressed. We're still got issues. we need a professional. That was a really good episode of Living Single where Khadijah, she was depressed, but she was like, she got a successful business, she's good friendships, and I want to tell her that she was dating, and then it was like she was sad. She stopped going to church. She was just sleeping in, and then they were like, "Hey, you need to go." And then her friends were like, "I think you need to go see somebody." And then so she goes to the therapist. She's like, "Yeah, I just need to go, to church, and I just give me some Jesus, and I'm gonna be okay." And then the therapist is like, "Well, God made these doctors for a reason." And so she started seeing the therapist, and but she felt, I don't say, ashamed of going to the therapist because she showed up in a wig and everything. And then the therapist was like, "Okay, we're working on a good thing. We're doing good. I'm gonna put you on some medication." And she was like, "No, I don't want no medication. I don't need to do this. No. She said, "Well, I could put you on this medication, and it's okay," because I think she wanted to see her for some more sessions. She said, "Oh, but the medication, the side effect, it decreases your sexual libido." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Okay, therapist, I'm gonna see you next week. I need a medicine." Yes, not having adequate nutrition. There are kids living in food deserts. I realized this, like, which I'm probably going to do again this year. When I had snacks, even though they were not always the best snacks, when I had snacks in my class, because it was our test second time, I had quite a few more students in my class that I normally didn't have. Because it was like, oh, I know I'm going to go to Miss Chandler class. I'm going to get at least a bottle of water and some chips or some cookies. And I was like, so this is how to get them in here. And mind you, like, my first class is at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't go to some kids, and the kids in the class too. They don't go to lunch till 11 o'clock. Okay. Not every. Some kids like, "Oh, I don't eat breakfast." I kept trying to figure out how come the kids don't eat breakfast. But then I thought about it for a minute. And I was like, some of the kids are not eating breakfast because one, they either maybe got here too late to get breakfast because they get free breakfast and free lunch, or they're ashamed of getting it, or because they didn't have any at home, or because they had to make sure their brothers and sisters ate before they ate. And I'm just like, okay. That's why, you ever notice, like, I was like, this is why even, this is another thing I was doing too. I realized later on, the students was using the Hall cough drops that I had in my class, because I was doing that because, I still think COVID is out here and all those kids coughing. And I'm like, here, I got tissue, I got hand sanitizer, I got cough drop. But the kids were eating the cough drops like candy. And I realized, like, oh, they're eating it because, like, they're hungry. Yeah. So, but I'm glad to see more in the last few years that there have been different people who have been pushing for Black people to get therapy. And also, I like when Tom joined our morning show. When he had his morning show, it was take a loved one to the doctor day. And then he also had, Black therapists and stuff on too, and about how to help people get a therapist. So I really like that. And then my comrade Dale Moore, he did a video, was it last year before last? And it was about Black men and getting better health. He actually had an article in Essence. I wonder, does he still have it? I can share it. About Black men getting better health. So. Yeah, there's also generational trauma because our parents, they only know, they're doing things that they were taught or they were shown. And then they're doing some new things because of, technology changes, access to certain things changes, and maybe they didn't like how some things that were done to them, they didn't do. Some people, their reason for having children is very different than other people. Like, there, like I saw this one movie called Like Water for Chocolate. It's in Spanish. It's beautiful. It's this girl and guy where they fell in love. They were going to get married. Her mother said she couldn't get married because she was the youngest, and the youngest member of the family had to be single to take care of their parents. So everybody above her could get married but her. And it was just like, so she had to see her man marry somewhere else, go somewhere else, and she had to help her mother, who was so many hateful. And then her sister got married. The first child died. Then the sister had another baby, and the younger sister was going to be there and was helping her sister and her mom, take care of the baby. Then her sister says out of her own mouth, "Oh no, this baby is not," because the aunt was like, "Oh, you have a little girl. This is great. We're gonna raise her. We're help you raise her, and she's gonna do all these things. She's gonna get married. She's gonna have kids." And the mom said, "Oh no, she's not getting married. She's technically she's the youngest. She's not gonna get married. She's gonna take care of me." And I was like, and the aunt looked at her and said, "Hell no, she's not." And I was like, "No, it starts with me. It starts with me." She said, "I'm not gonna let you do to her what our mother did to me. She's gonna get married." And she made sure. And then I think the other sister died before her, and then she raised the niece, and she ensured the niece got married to who she wanted to get married to and had children. And in the end, she was able to be with her man. But it was just like the fact that what she was taught, she was still gonna do to her own kid, and she didn't see how it was affecting her own sister. And so there are actual people out there who feel like, hey, I need to have children or have as many children, and then some of them need to take care of me. And it's like, but do the kids get a choice? I mean, like, you automatically designated that they were going to do this. So, yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, I think LPCs and LDCs, they have to get so many hours a year. Well, hours for the certification, and then they have to do professional hours per year. Same thing with teachers. We get our certification hours, and then we get our certification, and then we have so many professional development hours to do a year. Wait, the judge who got off charges hearing my daughters already said he was going to get off. Just like the judge that got caught DUI, she's going to get off too. What are you talking about? Hold on, let me go back up. You'd be surprised to know how many people Hollywood judges have said, "My daughter is one to be in such a Hollywood job in the criminal justice." It's crazy, the story she shared. Oh, damn. Yeah. And then some of your jobs are very stressful. Why do you think the last, I don't know, it was, I think not the last, I think I want to say prior to COVID, or was it during COVID? Well, it was a couple years before COVID. There were some teachers committing suicide because their job was so stressful. And it wasn't just the public school teachers. It was teachers in charter schools. It was teachers that were supposed to be, and it was like, you were like, teachers are committing suicide. They just not quitting. But now because of COVID and now it's in physical health, some of them was like, okay, y'all want me to be in this job? It's killing folks, and then I'm not getting all the support. Oh, it's time for me to retire. And then when it was time to go back to the classroom, a lot of them did not go back to the classroom. And now, like HISD, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get some uncertified teachers. I just read an article today said the increase in uncertified teachers has decreased 4 months of learning in the students. That's why my school district was trying to give us, even though you could give us some more money, they was trying to give us more time off so that our mental health could be better. That's why I got a whole week off starting last year and this year too, in October and one in February. I got 2 fall breaks, y'all. One in October, one in December. No, one in November for Thanksgiving, and then 2 weeks in December. Then in February I got a week off, and then in March I got a week off. And in my case, I think because my depression, I do need to be off. Yeah. So there's some principals, there's some administrators. There's also people also who are mentally ill. They destroy, like my brother, destroy property. Then there are others who harm other people, their family members who are the object of whatever's going on, or the people at their job. So, everybody needs. So when I see Jag out here jagging off, I'm just like, sis, what you doing? Like when she saw LaGina that time, she gonna say, "Oh, y'all put LaGina on me." No, you got up on seandavieway, drop the link. You got up there because LaGina was already asking for you. She knew she saw you on she saw you on going viral and stuff on the YouTube. You got up there and said, "Oh, Sean, give her my number." Sean didn't say, "Jag, can LaGina have your number?" No, you said, "Sean, give LaGina my number." And your technology deficient ass didn't know. She had been emailing you. Yeah, per state is different. And also, by the way, I'm all about people getting counseling from their priest, their minister, their imam, their rabbi. Okay. But some of these Christian counseling degrees are not having the same, I guess, say, rigor as the one with the professional LDC, LCPC. They're not requiring the hours of professional development. And so I'm concerned about that because even Larry Reed has a degree in Christian counseling. He actually offers Christian counseling as part of the NBN network. I would not take Christian counseling from him. His degree does not come with state certification. So you need to be careful about, do your research when it comes to getting counsel. Even when someone who has like a doctorate or MSW or MS or LCDC, LCPC, like, hey, where did they get that degree from? Are they part of a professional organization? Because even Umar Johnson, he has a degree. It's questionable. He's earned. I can't find his dissertation. I even went to the college. It's missing. It's not in the library. Most likely it's not on ProQuest. And most likely it's not there because something may be wrong with it. Because most dissertations, they are in ProQuest or they're in the college or university library. A lot of them publish just books as well. He got certification for be a school psychologist, even though his degree is not in school psychology, it's in clinical psychology. And he also got a certification in to be a principal. He has never, his licensures or certificates are inactive because he has not done professional development. Like you never see him talking about, oh, I'm going to a conference. Oh, I'm going to a workshop. You always just see him going saying, oh, I'm going to go scout school locations. Oh, it's Kwanzaa. It's Juneteenth. He's giving a speech. And I'm trying to figure out. They got online professional developments now since the pandemic. You can go to webinars and everything. It reminds me to sign up for one. Hey, Melanie Jones. She said, "Child, I really fortune cookie." Wait, what did you say? Oh wow. Are you talking about the one that killed? Wait, you talking about the white guy? He was a judge, but he also has a DWI in another state, right? Because I think they put him in jail because he started getting more attention. Like they were doing stories. You talking about him? Thank you so. Y'all need to check out Melanie Jones Says So. She's another great content creator. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Master 8. How you doing? Yeah, so I'm just like, how do we get on this? uh, that's something else I was going to say. I can't think of it. But yeah, I'm just like, Jag over here scamming stupid TV out of $700. Then the man, this is odd. Her man is Damon. He's ghetto. He's a bully. He gonna tell the guy, and I shared it on my community wall. Oh, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna get you your money back in 30 days. Excuse me. Most businesses, if you request a refund, you usually get it back in 3 to 5 business days. Why you gotta wait 30 days? And he wasn't even supposed to like give Jack the whole money for the interview, but he did. And then Jack even came back the next day, was still asking for more money. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's Miss Pearly. You over here just, where's my rent money? Where's my deposit? Where is my, I'm here with Gene Deal. I deserve 5K. Ma'am, you ain't got a 5K personality. We not Real Life Productions. We don't have that for you. Stop treating us like Day Day and Craig and it's rent. And by the way, this week rent was due Monday, y'all. Why are you pressuring us for some fucking money this week? You really should be nice to our asses to see if we come up a little coin for you. You should be singing for dollars. Without doing all those goddamn runs and all that goddamn Jag actually has a nice voice, but she does too much rubato and too many runs. Stop doing all those Kim Burrell runs. And stop with all the rubato. Just sing their song straight. Just straight through. Just okay. Just sing straight through. No runs. Just sing it. Yeah, okay. Just I'm tired. Just Lord. And then now you over there tomorrow. Your mama ain't got. Girl, do y'all know boys and girls? Y'all know Jag. Okay, so I found out. I heard the phone call finally. Jag called the VA again. Same script, different cast. She telling them a whole story. She really should be like reading and acting. And like I heard it, and what she did, it was like, this is the narcissist. She told this lady a whole story, like, yeah, my ex-husband, he's out here and he's still, I'm his wife. He says we're divorced and he's over here collecting money. Man, she called and made that phone call because she wanted attention. She got it. But guess what? If you got a new man, you shouldn't be worried about your old man. But narcissists like to be the center of attention. They also like to be the ones who do the discarding. Goomba discarded her. Didn't Sam Senior initiate the divorce? He initiated the divorce. She hates that. Even though TJ kept leaving, that was part of a game they were doing. And then I guess when she let TJ leave, and then Jag left, did the discarding. And occasionally she lets TJ come back and forth because that's what narcissists do for their own benefit. They'll go back to a supply when it benefits them, and then they'll discard them again. But they hate being discarded. You saw what she did with Sip. The stuff she did with Sip, she did the same thing with Goomba. But she didn't do all of that with TJ. Okay? She didn't do all that with TJ. Because TJ occasionally is an attention getter and can help her with content. Okay. So, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yes. I even like Kim Burrell, even though she's a nice, nasty Christian lady. When she sings a song just straight, she has a beautiful voice. When she started doing I'm like, girl, can you stop doing the Kim Burrell? Like that song that is it Pharrell called Victory that she sung for the Hidden Figure soundtrack. I love that song. I love it. Did she open up her and I saw her performing on Saturday Night Live. With Pharrell was there. Then she opened up her goddamn mouth to say something about some gay people. And she was going on the gay person's show. I was just like, girl. And then finally Ellen was like, oh, she's not gonna be here. And so they went with another song from the album. And I was like, it was a good song, but it wasn't good as the one that Kim was singing. I'm like, girl, you missed your opportunity to get more exposure, but also to witness to other people. Because she's a minister too. And I'm just like, oh, that lady. Are you talking about that lady? Not the oh yeah, they I forget what state it is, but they like took away her judgeship, I think. But there's another guy, he got I think either he's from Ohio, he's a judge in Ohio or a judge in Texas. He was driving somewhere else and he got in a whole bunch of trouble. But I think he got like 3 or 4 DUIs, and then he was like, I need to find it. I think he may have got out a gun and tried to threaten somebody. I think he about to go away for a long time. He thought he was white and a judge. And I was like, dude, you should have never came down here and did this. Not enough Texas. Because I mean, sooner or later you gonna get to a point where someone's gonna treat you like as an example. No, he beat he beat up his girlfriend. What is his name? Hold on, don't make me look this up. Oh, y'all remember that girl, Jocelyn Nungaray, the 12-year-old girl? And which I knew it was gonna come out, but they finally came out and said that she was sexually assaulted before they killed her. And I was like, go to jail, go to hell. Which I knew in the back of my mind, I was like, they probably did that. But I was like, but then you finally hear it, and this is the thing, and I'm scared to find out. I think her last name is not very common. I want to say, and then I looked at the picture of her mother. I was like, her mother's young, and I was like, did I teach her mama or like her cousin or somebody? Because I was like, that is not a common name. And I was like, Lord, is this one of my students or former students? And I don't want to blame a 12-year-old like, oh, you shouldn't have been out and this is why you got killed. Children do stupid things. Okay, children do stupid things. We don't know what possessed her to leave her house at the time. We don't know if she had an argument with mom, if mom had somebody over that she didn't want to be there with, if she was actually going to go to the corner store because she was thirsty or she was hungry, or she was going to go by the boyfriend's house. He was supposed to meet her there. But unfortunately, she met two motherfuckers with evil intentions. And for me, they took advantage of a 12-year-old girl. And if it wasn't her, I think it could have been somebody else's child too. And that's what, for me, she didn't deserve that. For you going to the corner store at 12 o'clock, tomorrow, you didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then now the Republicans want to politicize, like, oh, they were immigrants and they were allowed to come in the country. Okay. Most crimes in this country are committed by people who look like you. Even Trump tried to put it in his debate, and I was like, you don't even care about that girl. The young lady was Hispanic. The men were Hispanic. It was in a Hispanic area. Most people are killed by people who look like them. There's black on black crime. There's Hispanic crime. There's Asian on Asian crime. There's Native American on Native American. It's adjacent. No one goes around and like say, "Oh, I'm an immigrant. Oh, I'm a citizen." You try to commit a crime? It's proximity, you know. Now there are some people who do target immigrants, especially illegal immigrant or someone who does not know all the laws of the United States, because they don't know it. They don't know what's going on. That's why I always tell my students, I teach government, I said, look, everybody in the United States, everybody who is in the United States, y'all got rights. Citizens are immigrants. Know this if you don't remember nothing else from my class. You have the right to remain silent, and you also have the right to a lawyer. Do not snitch on yourself. Tell them you're going to be quiet and wait till your lawyer get there so they can help you. Cops ain't there be your friend. Okay? They trying to kill his case. All right? Whether immigrant or citizen, cops, and that's supposed to be beating the fuck out of you and just abusing the law and shit. No, they ain't supposed to be doing that either. But they do it. Hey, 10K Media, how you doing? Oh, you mean Louisiana? Why she ain't go to Essence Festival? Because she ain't had no money to go to Essence Festival. She trying to look, she's Miss Pearly. She got to go collect rent from all of us to go to the Essence Festival. She didn't get her $2,500 for that tape. We never saw the rest of it. So how can she go to the Essence Festival? Then it was like, oh, he's going to see Janet Jackson, The Roots, and was it Jill Scott or Erykah Badu? Well, you're not going to. I love Danny Ross. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, yeah. Oh, I was looking up that judge. Hold on. Judge DUI Texas. Okay. Damn, they released him on bond. Hold on, let me show y'all. You was girl. Is this the same dude? Okay. Oh, it's Alette. Is this her? Why is my thing freezing up? Oh, it's acting up. I keep wanting to if I need to move my internet. Oh, here it goes. Okay, what is it? Officer found prescription bottles in her car. Dr. Kelly Johnson administered field sobriety tests. As conduct was alleged to drive under influence around 2 a.m. after making a proper turn on the center lane on Hempstead. Oh, that's all. Okay. This is that the officer found prescription bottles in her car. Probably admitted to the doctor that she was on Deluxetine and antidepressant. I ain't never heard that before. She feels what was done. Her blood was withdrawn, and her blood was drawn. She released on bond on Tuesday afternoon. She is the same judge suspected of drinking and driving in April, but let go after Harris County's deputy said she passed enough of the field sobriety test. We mean she passed enough of it. Somebody for to lose their job. Hey y'all, I think either it's my connection because I'm hooked up wirelessly to my internet, and I probably should be hooked up to either or it's the weather. Hold on, let me look at the weather. Do y'all see, boy? Can y'all see my dog? y'all see my baby? Boy, get him. He's so cute. Let me see. Hey, y'all. Oh, shit. Okay. Neighbors across the street are still the neighbors across the street are still their cooking is in the middle of their cooking is more. Hey boy, you see everybody see you? My baby. I had to let y'all see boy. He's like the sector dog. Mascot. Don't pay attention to my bedroom. Okay. I'm surprised she's not down in bed. Okay. Let me go. Call my friend, see what we doing today. We're probably just staying in. It's um I need to show y'all Hurricane Burrow. Okay. Did I tell y'all that this 27-year-old is trying to talk to me? Y'all remind me to talk to y'all about that another time. Cause I'm little boy. I'm old enough to be his mama. Age doesn't. He's like age doesn't matter. But plus he's far away. Plus he has the same name as my ex-husband. I'm just like no. I don't need no. I don't need you triggering me. No. I want this. I told my friend this the other day. I said at this point in my life, I want somebody. I know like some people like they don't like nobody clingy. I want somebody clingy. I want somebody to be under me. I need somebody, in the same city, metropolitan area. Okay. All right. That yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you in another state, you in another really? No. Okay, so she said, uh, we just found out last night. Girl, I text you. What did I text you? What time last? I'm like, what time last night? Because I texted you last night. But she's trying to get me out, y'all. She's trying to get me out. I'm still trying to think, should I just go make that mac and cheese? Like, hey, y'all, I'll give y'all some sides if y'all can give me some. She said no rain until Saturday. Oh, so we just gonna be cloudy today? Okay. I don't know. This one is cloudy. I just don't feel like on. I did take my medicine already, so hopefully it'll up me. So, but anyway, well, I just asked you what time. Did you Oh, one of my friends she was doing, I guess she's doing some summer cleaning and she's getting rid of some things. And she gave me her old pots and pans. So I have more um that are regular size. And then she also had a cast iron skillet. I was like, okay, so I can do some old fashioned cornbread and put it in a cast iron skillet and put it in the oven. Yummy. So maybe I'll do some more cooking stuff. I don't know. Until 6, this ain't gonna be. Do I want to go take a shower, get in my car, and go all the way to Pasadena? What should I do, y'all? Like she told me last night, like, "Hey Kim, we're going to da da da." Then I could get my mind ready. I can't get my mind ready right now. I just feel like I need 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours just to get there. Okay, yeah. All right. I really want to go see that movie called Thelma with your Roundtree. That was the last movie he did. I liked it. And the lady who is a star of it, she directed it and she actually called him Rich Roundtree, the original chef, and asked him to be in the movie. He said yes. Okay, y'all, let me get up off of here. I'll talk. Thank you, TMK Media, Con Kayla's mom, Blue Rain 1920, Master H, Melody Jones says so. Let me see. Dominique Jones, Con Kayla's mom, Blue Rain 1920. Let me see. Glam Mother, Miss Twinkle, Stephanie Collins. Graduate Stephanie Collins. She got a she got a community wall. Oh yeah, y'all also check out TMK Media. He's also a content creator as well. I will talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.